This is actually probably one of the craziest stories we've seen in quite some time. Valorant, one of the biggest esports of this year, probably top 3 by most books out there. They had their Valorant Game Changers, that is the female side of Valorant Competitive, had their championships in the past couple of weeks with one of the more viral moments we've ever seen from any coach ever in any video game or esport, that being Coach Rob for Team Shopify Rebellion, who after they took down Cloud9 White, for those who don't know, they were one of the favorites, probably the favorite alongside G2 Goes in their female roster to win the entire thing, to be the best female roster in Valorant to date. So after Shopify Rebellion took them down, it was Coach Rob taking things into his own. He just took things into his own. And in the post-game celebration, it's a big achievement to take down probably the best team in Valorant. He gives them the good old bird. Flips off, flicks off. What do you guys say? Flick or flip? Flick or flip? I feel like I change them both. Flipping off the other team, like one of super freaking fast.
¡Sorpresa! No era el Thunder Time, era la paz, el amor y la rebellion time. Que anotan, celebran tremenda victoria y avanzan a la final del upper deck.
And that was it, or so we thought, because I believe it was actually hours later after this broadcast that, well, Valorant or VGC or VCT, they gave their ruling on this little motion that the coach gave, saying the coach made an offensive gesture on stage toward the players of Cloud9 White. Consequently, Rob actually breached a rule in the global competition policy according to which coaches must observe the highest standards of personal integrity and good sportsmanship at all times. Behavior that disrespects and insults the players of the opposing team is a violation of those standards expected of coaches. Rob is now being fined and has been warned that any subsequent violations of this policy will result in increased penalties. He is also suspended for the next match in the Valorant Game Changers Championships. That next match just so happened to be the grand finals of the entire tournament. So yes, you had a coach flip off the players of a team they just took down, and Valorant or Riot's response was, hey, you are now suspended. You cannot partake in the grand finals of that tournament. To which my question is to all of you, would this ever fly in any other esport or any other freaking game? Can you imagine League of Legends Worlds, a CSGO major, where in the semifinals a coach got so mad he flicked off the other freaking team, and then they were like, okay, you're done coaching for grand finals? It seems pretty steep, and that was the majority of the response. People were like, what? I mean, yeah, you probably shouldn't have done it, and okay, a fine is fine, but other Valorant players have flipped people off before, maybe not directly at the other team. They've done it on broadcast, though, and it seemed like overall a very harsh punishment for something that was caught in the heat of the moment when you beat the best team in the entire event. Shopify Rebellion go on to face G2 Goes in those grand finals and lose in a reverse sweep. Pretty poor fashion. Actually, post-tournament, it was really funny to see because that same Coach Rob actually taking pictures with some of the Cloud9 White members. So it seems that everyone was, they didn't take it too seriously. It seems like they're on better terms than they were during those matches, at least. But it's just so crazy. Like, I wish that other coaches actually did this. It would make for better storylines, better headlines. This was one of the better headlines of the entire event. Besides the reverse sweep, there were some other good matchups too. Some good drama always makes for a good event. So what do y'all think about a Valorant coach flipping off the opposing team and somehow being suspended for it? A lot of people calling it soft, some people calling it fair, and others saying, hey, a fine was fine, but really, suspension from the grand finals? That's very important, all for a single action. I won't do. Man, it was funny, though. Fun times. This is my third cup of coffee today. It's currently 8:27 a.m. I don't recommend you guys do that unless you're also drinking water. Bye.